Greetings, hello, welcome, hi. It's your boy Dr. Tune, Dr. The Tunes. You're now tuned in to Tune TV. And you're getting a loony toony guy who. All right, we got a cool show for y'all today. It's gonna be a whole lot of drama. I'm streaming right now, and it's the BET Hip Hop Awards. I think it's kind of interesting. They ain't doing it on weekends no more. They doing it on a Tuesday night. Like, this is how much people don't care about award ceremonies no more. I think Academics is live right now. While it's going on, I mean, he went on this whole rant last time about it because they had nominated him, Say Cheese Vlad, and No Jumper, I think. But they are pretty big. They are the lion's share of a lot of the current media spectrum is like offshoots of what they are doing. Every media person, it's kind of sort of their kids. So, that's his stance on it. I think award shows have lost their purpose in a lot of ways if they're going to. I mean, in the beginning, it's always been like, who's paying for it, who's not paying for it. Yeah, with everything, it's just kind of follow the money. So, of course, labels bought awards, and it's always been disingenuous, right? Like, you can negotiate for award if you're a big enough artist. You could be like Beyonce and be like, I'm not performing if I don't get this award, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it really depends. Like, you can really swing your weight around, especially executives. I'm just fucking with this thing right now. It's just fucking with me. But yeah, like, even executives be doing that shit. They be swinging their weight around. Like, I find all that like interesting, but I'm kind of going off topic. We're gonna stick to the topics. Ain't no real new music out. There's some rumors of music out, but yeah. But yeah, all right. Getting information. Yeah, more music is coming soon. I want to have like a bigger announcement because I really am like debating changing my name. So if I go full forward with that, I'll make that a whole thing. But the Trash Tunes is dropping soon. So yeah, I just want that to be known. Trash Tunes is dropping soon. Trash Tunes dropping soon. Trash Tunes is dropping on Halloween. Ooh. Even though none of the music is spooky, I'ma still turn up and play it on Halloween. Ooh. So yeah. Y'all gonna be tapped in. Yeah, so yeah, Trash Tunes dropping on Halloween. The beat battles are coming soon. Sway Carpet will throw some. I might throw some too. On Snuggle Squad, we're gonna have beat battles too. We're gonna have a submission. I'm putting together something I feel like is worth y'all a while. Because I really want everybody, like, a space for people to hear each other's beats and artists, and have all that as an experience live and, to create a deeper community like that. So all that will happen soon. I'm gonna make clips channels. That's how a lot of the different podcast clips gonna be. I'm trying to organize how I'm gonna do it, but based on like the different topics, like I'm gonna have a Tune TV Sports, and that's gonna be all the sports stuff, and then I'm gonna just have podcast clips, and it'll be like the general shit with music and shit reviews, all that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make a clips channel on YouTube. That's coming soon too. All right, well. Now I gotta bring up the other shits. All right, so yeah, the crazy shit is going on. Kanye West is back to tweaking because now that he has been beaten, tarred and feathered by the white man, because he didn't read his contract. You feel me? He nigga don't read, so you guys lawyers, he just signing away on some shit. He thought everything was gonna be good. I'm a billionaire. I'm Kanye. I'm a billionaire. I can do. These white people gonna do what I say so now. Oh man. And then now he's in a position of where he cannot put anything out under the Yeezy brand. He damn near got to make another brand, right? That was what he would have to do. He would have to do something like that. He had to make a whole nother brand. Like, Because anything with any sports where any wears, like he's on a he can't do none of that because of the way because of his words and how they tank the price of Adidas and Gap. So they retaliated on him. They flipped it on him. So with that being said, this has led to him with Candace Owens on some what did he say? He said White Lives Matter shirt. He in the sunken place, my guy. He in the sunken place, bro. Beard uncut. He looking like me. I'm trying to be like that when I'm rich though. I want to real bummy. I want to just own that and live that. I want that to be my life. But then I can afford it. I'd be like, but I'm like suave rich. In my brain that makes sense, but it's like I still want to be a clean cut dude. I go back and forth. But yeah, preseason is going up right now, and I'm just I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about preseason. All right, so Kanye West is tweaking, bro. But no, this is just he's not tweaking. He just what he does. Like even me talking about him is kind of helping fuel his thing because he says something controversial, and then he gets y'all to buy some shit. He stirs up his fan base. He gets y'all upset, and then he tries to get you to buy shit, bro. And I don't know, like he's teasing Donda too. Yeah, shit. How you gonna drum up shit with Donda too? This is similar. Soldier Boy and Kanye West are very similar in their marketing tactics. They say a whole bunch of shit. Soldier Boy chooses to beef with people. Kanye chooses to beef at people, but it's in a different way. He essentially tries to seem as being play victim to companies. And fuck this company, their slavery, but then he also does a lot of like shaming of other black people. So it's he does a combination of those two things and has been since 2016, I guess, and he started being on that Trump. Well, no, it's been before that. Really, like my biggest thing is like I cover Kanye because I like how people fall for it every time. I like watching how he does the okey doke every time. Every time it's flawless. Flawlessly, like he hits the okey doke and comes up on some M's. And I'm putting morals to the side because I guess what he's doing is strictly a business decision, right? I mean, it works, right? Right? Ain't it weird how much it's allowed to work? That okay, I can be the essentially. It's kind of like Herschel Walker at this point, bro. Like, let's really talk about it. Like, so he with Candace Owens and shit. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm trying to find the actual thing, actual pictures and shit. Let me find these fucking pictures, bro. Cause I need a visual while I talk about this shit. Cause OD, like he just in the sunken place, bro. So OD. This is one of the things. This is one of the Virgil shit. I'm trying to find it. That ain't the one. But see, I had it in order, and now I feel like it's not in order. Now I gotta reorder my stuff. ESTG is trending. Why is he trending? Did he drop again? Oh yeah, he just dropped that song with never mind. He just blowing up right now. I mean, no, it's BT. Again, they try to get me in the BT awards. Nope, I'm not doing it. Nah. I mean, I just want to see. I'm gonna just cover who wins because also that like as this is live during that. I'm not streaming. It's not a BT Award stream, but some winners I'm gonna announce. If they come up during this, it'll be a thing. I'll make it a thing. We'll see. I'm not gonna be that much on it though. I'm trying to find the White Lives Matter shit. Cause really, I'm about to put out, what I'm saying, that No Lives Matter. It's time. I think No Lives Matter. It's time to hit that shit, bro. Cause people is tweaking, bro. Shit is out of hand, bro. It's out of hand. Cause even like, all right, so if you guys didn't know this, then I hate to break it to you, other members of the Black community, but the Black Lives Matter, the actual movement, not like the methodology, not like the actual emotional, like the feeling of does my life have significant meaning? Is it allowed to exist when people who look like me are getting openly slaughtered in the streets and no one cares? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual. All right, boom! I found it. Finally. Nice. But yeah, I'm talking about talking about the actual organization of Black Lives Matter. They are a very corrupt foundation. And during COVID, bro, they did the ultimate finesse and got all that company money so that companies could feel good and feel like they did something about the race issue. So yeah, that's him with Candace Owens with the so. And Candace Owens, she not entirely. She every once in a while she'll say something correct about the Black experience, similar to Azealia Banks. She'll say one or two things that are objectively facts, but where she goes with it after that, I just disagree with, because a lot of it is right wing talking points. But she serves an important place in the Black community because people think differently. Black people are not a monolith, and we all think differently. And a lot of people like to paint Black conservatives as people who are just slaves to the white man, quote unquote. Can't say the word, but raccoons, like the animal, they get referred to that a lot. But I don't like to, make names. I just like making invalid arguments and whatnot. So, I gotta see people for what they are. Now, I feel like Kanye is doing this to curry favor, to embarrass himself, because they're whipping him. You cannot sell Yeezys no more. You thought you thought Massa would let you. I gave you these billions. These billions come with a cost, nigga. I didn't just give you this. You gonna take my stock price, nigga. It ain't gonna go like that. I really feel like he didn't think it would, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do that and not expect consequences. So this is him trying to apologize. I'm sorry, White Zaddy. Please give me my money back. Please let me create and do fashion again. And I don't think that's gonna work. It might. But if this does work and he comes to an agreement with Yeezy after this, keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout. After he debased himself and basically got on his knees for the white man and praised the white man. And then he attacked also that we're going to cover that next. He was also attacking other people. Let me pull that up. He's also attacking other people. So also while apologizing to his white Jesus, he's also shaming fellow Black people. I think one of them was particularly a Black woman. So I always find that interesting. I also always find Kanye West's interactions with other Black people and Black women to be interesting, because I always think what would his mom think, right? Because he always talks about his mom. I don't know what relationship he had with his mom. I always think maybe his mom was really into that white Jesus shit, bro. Maybe his mom was like Uncle Ruckus, his mom in the Boondocks. If y'all ever seen the episode of the Boondocks, you've seen the origin story of Uncle Ruckus. Basically, they said he was extra dark. His mom told him his mom told him he had re-vitiligo, which is the invented there, vitiligo makes you lighter, re-vitiligo makes you darker. So it's did his mom just tell him that to get through life? You feel me? That's that's kind of what I got from watching the episode, is that the mom was tweaking and just gave him So what was his mom like? What was his mom really like? We know the documentary version, and I'm sure she was a great woman, great educator, did all that. And and that part even makes it crazier for me. So if that is just authentically who she always was, no good, no bad, and it's impossible, because even how she passed away, unfortunately, it was back in the day, people getting bad BBL stuff, whatever they doing today. Back in the day, especially, it was very dangerous to do those type of procedures, and that's how she passed. So I'm not saying this. I'm saying that to say nobody's perfect, but I'm not saying that to shame plastic surgery. I'm just saying people take risk and do things just because they want to do things. People live their life how they want to live it. No one's perfect, just like that. But yeah, if his mom was the way his mom was, bro, why? is Kanye like Kanye? Or maybe that was always the thing. I just don't know where the white people shit it. Keep messing with this. I don't know where the white people stuff came from, and that's really what's bugging me. My nose and this allergies are killing me. But I'm trying to if I have to sneeze in that room, I do it off mic. But I always wonder that. I wonder where did Kanye's relationship and stuff with white people ever come from? And did it really come from anywhere? Like, where was that? Like, why? Where's the origin story behind that? I think that never gets talked about. Everybody talks about the musical shit, but him and white people is weird, bro. I'm trying to fix my headphones. I need to get new ones. No cap. See, I always wonder that. Like, where's Kanye's origin story with white people? Because he has this thing where like he only ever compares himself to like Steve Jobs and all these great white people, Bill Gates, all that shit. He only wants to be compared. Walt Disney, like when he did all that Walt speech, it was only like white people. You know, he wasn't not saying like no one wants to be like. That's not true. A lot of people want to try to be like I was about to say like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Like the fact that he never mentions them ever, his thing is kind of interesting, right? And so this brings up my point. Like, was Kanye always like this, right? I was talking to my girl about this. We were having a whole conversation. Like, why do we ever think Kanye was for black people, right? Because in his art, he told you who he thought it was. In Gold Digger, in the same, I think Gold Digger came out the same year he said Bush didn't care about black people. So it's like in that same thing you put out Gold Digger, which you're gonna leave me for a white girl. So it's like, is it self-report? I don't know. Let me look up when Gold Digger came out. Gold Digger, Kanye released it. Like, is it just because he was in college? We thought an educated black guy was for other black people. All right, so let me look up the release date. All right, so release date was in 2005. And that was in 2005. And then Kanye. And Kanye West, when he said he didn't care about black people. And that came out in 06. That came out in no, it was in 05. So yeah, the same area during Katrina and all that. So yeah, okay. So he spoke out during Katrina. I don't know, like that's my thing. Like, was it just marketing? You know what I'm saying? Was it all marketing? I don't believe that. I just feel like, you know, money changes people and it'll change, and it changed him too. You know, I think that's the easiest answer to that, and it makes the most sense. But I always wonder a couple questions like when did him doing this specific thing of him praying to the white man and then getting stuff for it, because essentially it's worked. Him doing different shit and then every once in a while shaming other black people until it worked. Like, how long has he been doing that? That's the one thing. I just want how long has this been working for? How long? Because he does this reliably every time and it be working, right? I mean, because right, he's only gotten money wise, he's only been making more money. If you know what I'm saying? So right, so he took an L, but you know, pray to the white girl. Kim Kardashian bailed him out of debt. He was in the record label debt. And it was, you know, most artists in general do not escape record label debt because it's built into the contract to put you in debt. And then he prayed to the white girl, and he, I guess, saved him from that. And then whatever, he prayed to the white man. Is that I ain't gonna say he's like praying, but like that's why that is how I be perceive what he be doing to me. I don't know. I don't have any other words for it. Cause essentially be working. So it's like, how long has he been doing this for, and how long has this been working? And does he know that no matter what he says or does, he can just do that and it'll work out? Because granted, a lot of these Kanye stands, I feel like, are white people, right? A lot of the super stands that be doing all the stuff. Well, who even can afford to buy all the hype beast stuff, right? So it's the white fans, right? So would you tap into the white fans? It don't matter, right? It's just something we will cover. This is a moving thing, like, which fan base matters more. Do you just focus on the more the fan base that will make you the bread versus the fan base that you are culturally or you're making music for? Like, I'm making music for these people. These people do not make all the money in the world. This group makes all the money in the world. So who am I making art for? If you're looking at making art for a commercial purpose and not just purely as an artistic statement, because you can just make things purely as an artistic statement, and we'll cover that also. But if you're in the music industry, or you are trying to, or if you're in the music business seriously, trying to be profitable in the music business, you have to consider these things. And that's something artists deal with all the time. With choices like that. All right, so this is something else Kanye. Excuse me. This is something else Kanye said. He said Tremaine Emory calls out Kanye West for mentioning Virgil Abloh in one of his recent tweets because he mentioned Virgil. He was like, "I miss Virgil," something like that. Like, because Kanye for a while, R.I.P. Virgil. He died recently, and people are still messed up over that. And Tremaine Emory is the founder of Denim Tears and the current creative director of Supreme. He was one of Kanye's closest friends for a long time, which is why like this matters. Like what is saying, like what this person is saying to Kanye West is actually like it matters because he had a relationship with Kanye and he's a well-known fashion person doing like, his fashion thing. He said, "I gotta draw the line that using Virgil's death in your yay is the victim campaign in front of in your yay is the victim campaign in front of your sycophant peanut algorithm gallery," which is essentially his audience. Your best friend Virgil, Negro, please. This time last year, you said Virgil's designs are a disgrace to the black community in front of all of your employees at Yeezy. Ask the Lucy Holland. I got all the receipts. Don't let me get into the things you said about V after his death. Yay, tell the people why didn't you get invited to Virgil's actual funeral, the one before the public one at the museum? You knew Virgil had terminal cancer, and you rode on him in group chats, at easy interviews. You are so broken. Keep Virgil's name out of your mouth. Keep this other lady who you said stuff, who did fashion designer stuff. He also said stuff about her. That's why people are clapping back. So I was trying to find that too. Keep her name out your mouth. You're not a victim. You're just an insecure narcissist that's dying for validation from the fashion world. Take care. At least we'll always have Uganda. I'm dead. So there is that. And if that is true, shame on you, Kanye. Shame. If Kanye knew that Virgil had terminal cancer, and according to this, he probably didn't know. He would have known. And he was and during this time before Virgil's death, Kanye was really like mean to Virgil because he's very petty. He wanted the job that Virgil had, which was the whatever creative director or whatever of Louis Vuitton. And he was so jealous and angry over that it's like what's wrong with you? So that is who Kanye is. And here's something Boosie said I thought was funny. Yeah, like he after he did the Wild Lives Matter, he also dissed this other person who was saying something, the Wild Lives Matter shit, whack, what are you doing? And then that caused these responses. And then Kanye, after all we've been through as a race, you put this disrespectful shit on. You give no fucks about how blacks have died, suffered at the hands of the white man, and you say Bush don't like black people. Really, nigga? Quotation mark. Really, nigga? It was funny. Like Boosie, funny, bro. Does he have interesting things to say about the rainbow people? Yes, but it's part of the black community. It's an uncomfortable part of the black community. There's a couple reasons for that. We could do a deep dive in a podcast about that, but they are, the end results of that are not okay. I'm not condoning it, but there are reasons for it, and I'll say that much. So moving on, next topic. See, I Kanye be doing a whole lot. He's again like Kanye, like if I had a good relationship with her and everything just worked out, I'd be cool with that. But I don't know. I don't know how these people are. I don't pretend to know. I just want to make music. That's where I'm at with it. However people are and how they view things. I just want to make music. You know what I'm saying? I just put it up to that. Unfortunately, it's not always about that for some people. It's about everything else, So it is what it is. So in other news, allegedly Tory Lanez got into a hit and run, and he's being sued in a civil lawsuit for it, right? And then his lawyer again came out and denied this, right? So hopefully the lawyer, is denied and it's all good. But why can't Tory Lanez stay out of trouble? Like he just hit August Alsina. Now he is allegedly being accused of being a hit and run. Now, granted, is he a easy target because of his situation? Yes, and that's also him for being put in that position, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like you put yourself in a certain position, they have to deal with certain consequences of that, So yeah. Trying to find it. Yeah, so then the thing he said, his attorney says, the pregnant, there was a pregnant woman too. He's saying he had a pregnant woman. That's why people are really tripping too. Like he had a pregnant lady. He's accused of being behind a hit and run of a woman who was 4 months pregnant at the time, according to the lawsuit. Yeah, right. So, and the woman's still pregnant. Then this happened fairly recently, right? So it's like, why can't you stay out of jail? You have a case. You should be like the best sister. You be kissing babies, looking like the best human on earth. If you wanted to get free, because the implications of his, if you get locked up, you got to get shit to Toronto. Like I pretty much think a guilty conviction for him is his career is finito. So he might notice, or he understands the chance of this is however much. That's why he's dropping so much music and doing all this wild shit, because he understands like it's about that time. Like the time is ticking. I don't know if I'm gonna beat this shit, but I'm gonna have a blast and party till whatever the fuck. That's kind of how I feel his attitude is with it. And now while I'm going out, I'm gonna make the best music I can make, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna have the most attention on me at this point, and that's kind of what I be feeling. That's kind of the vibe I get. This is me purely like just seeing and interpreting. I have no way of knowing it. Taking it off of that, I wanted to bring up another point. All right, so I had this conversation, right? So people are talking about the blackballing conversation, this ever-growing blackballing conversation, and this will all link back. This is all linking back because in the next time I'm trying to talk about the rest thing. So all this is kind of linked together, right? So all I said was, and I guess I was incorrect in saying this, was people. Corey, the shout out to the Mind of HY, aka Hello EC. He has a cool YouTube channel. But pretty much, I sparked a conversation. This dude sparked a conversation, and it kind of led into some other shit. I chimed in, and then based on that, people were going back and forth, and I kind of, I added fuel to the fire of this whole thing. So we're gonna go to the top with it. And it all started from the Mind HY Have You Seen tweet. Is Tory Lanez has to be the first artist to ever brute force their way through being blackballed. And I'm assuming what he's meaning by that is how Tory Lanez is just, in light of being blackballed and shunned from everything, he's chosen to just drop the best music he can drop because he understands that talent-wise, objectively, me being a music maker and objectively as a music listener, he objectively makes good music. And if he chooses to make the best music he can make, it may not be for everyone, but to a certain demographic, they're going to like this music. He makes R&B, and he does, especially when he does R&B music. When he figured out that the R&B music shit was really going to really like take me, he started doing that. He did a couple R&B projects. And his R&B isn't for everyone. I'll say that. His rapping stuff is good, but he has good technical ability. But he doesn't just give you himself like the most he gave before this, like he does a lot of flex rap. I'll say that. If you're into flex, like the flexing and the Diamond Cold J rap, cool. But he gave a lot more of himself during this too, like during this all this controversy stuff too. He's had to really talking about his experiences, emotions, all that stuff, and that's reflected in the music. So that's why he's saying he's the first person to brute force their way through and be blackballed. And then this one guy said, not exactly. Don't forget Chris Brown. And then I said, Chris Brown was a pop star, so his lowest low was still higher than Tory Lanez's highest high. And people were arguing with that. So that kind of goes and devolves into chaos, everything after that. I was proven wrong. I can admit to being wrong. And his that wasn't his highest high. I mean, his the Tory Lanez's lowest low. I mean, Tory Lanez's highest high was a little higher than Chris Brown's lowest low. I'll say that. But to me, it's semantics because it's so close. But I digress. I'll take the L and admit that I was wrong because Chicks Tape 5 sold 83K, and in that same year, he sold 83K. That's one of his highest selling, and then Chris Brown's lowest selling album recently is Breezy. Yeah, it was Breezy, and it sold 72K. So that is but this is still like splitting. This is how close it is. Like it's like a 10K difference. So I don't know. My point is still made. Is like Chris Brown's fall off is still like his fall off. Even and I mentioned Graffiti. Graffiti sold 102K, but for that time that was bad. That was like 30K or something like that. So I acknowledge all that, but still selling 100K as a low is still kind of and then right after that he dropped Fame and it was up. Like Tory Lanez had been dropping for his life, so to me it was two different arguments. Like the industry and people think about this. Like Chris Brown's thing is entirely different because he got to do a Michael Jackson tribute after Michael Jackson died, and then that kind of people started just being back on Chris Brown dick, and then he dropped, and then right after that he dropped Fame, which had a whole bunch of great hits. Like that album Fame was going crazy, Deuces, all that. So then he did, and then Fortune. So Fame and Fortune were just fucking crazy. Like after that, and he went back to being pop star for the whole whatever with Crucci, and then he back to wilding out. But Tory Lanez has not been allowed to bounce back because Chris Brown got convicted and did his community service and all that. But if Tory Lanez, he's Canadian. If he gets convicted of all this stuff, he's gonna have to go back to Canada, and he cannot. And he won't be able to come back. I don't think he'll be able to come back to US. So can't tour in the US. A lot of his money. So it's just they're just completely different situations, and the implications of the consequences of both are entirely different. Chris Brown, got off real light because the charges were not as severe as Tory Lanez. A lot of things are different, but it is what it is. So I was saying all that because people are bringing up the blackballed. That topic about being blackballed. Now Russ says artists don't get blackballed because at the end of the day, it's the fans gonna listen to the music. They will or they won't. Academics argues that the algorithms and playlists pick the music for you. 80% of the music you listen to in playlists is from the algorithm. But if you are a true fan of someone's art, like NBA YoungBoy fans, even when he's not in your algorithm, you're gonna search for him. So that's I feel wrestling. Like if you are a real like super fan of something, you're going to look for it. But I think academics, they're talking about a different standpoint, because you got to get to a point to blow up first. You got to have some people at some point fuck with you, that to fuck with your shit first before that. And I guess, the argument is, to get people to fuck with you, like they're gonna like it or not. So this is exactly what Russ said. I'm not gonna take the word that context. So he basically said fans will listen or they won't. So full context is thus. This is what he said. I'll get better at my reading. I just want to give my 2 cents on something in my industry. No artist is blackballed. Unless they cut off your Wi-Fi, remove your social media accounts, and take your music off all streaming platforms, you are not blackballed. If you are an artist and can still tell your fans, hey, I'm putting out music, then you're not blackballed. Fans will listen to your music or they won't. It's that simple. Also, if you are a famous artist and you need playlists in order for people to listen to your music, how real are your fans? Why don't they support you regardless? We're giving too much credit and power to the DSPs and not enough power to us, the artists and the fans. I know for me, as long as I can tell my fans I'm putting out music, I'm straight. I'm not entitled to any playlist, nor do I need them for my fans to listen to me. That's why they're my fans. So, yeah. So I feel like there's two sides of the coin, you know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about real fans. Similar NBA YoungBoy and Russ. Like those two fan bases, people would kill to have because they love their music. They truly love their music and love anything they put out. Because all they do, like Russ or YoungBoy or a couple other artists of that level of it, that get that level of attention, is I'm putting out music this time. They keep putting out music. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Fans listen, they get rich. Sometimes it can be that simple. But the groundwork it takes to build up that fan base, most people are unwilling to do that. Most people run from the work. Most people are unwilling to do the work because it's boring. A lot of things of this nature are boring. No one wants to do that. People want to be artists, make music, drop, all that shit. But the work it takes to really build a fan base takes a lot of work, takes a lot of boring work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of being a artist independently or even doing the music industry, just emails and understanding how to write really good emails and press kits and all that shit. Emails, all that shit. Something I am working on. And organization and all that. Release strategy, all that. Making it a schedule, making it ordered and all that. Think these things matter? Your presence, can you communicate who you are to your fans well? All of that matters. And then if they like you, the person, all the merrier. And if your music speaks to what they are experiencing, even better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What do you think? Are people blackballed or are people not blackballed? I will say if you have a true fan base, in my opinion, you're not blackballed because people still support you, the music. However, the label and things with the playlisting definitely can boost your numbers and get you to a mainstream level of appeal. And there's a difference in the check if you get the industry machine to fuck with you and your fans fuck with you. It's just different than just your fans fucking with you. Now, just your fans fucking with you can do a whole lot of things. A good example of a master class of independence, if you want to understand that, is Louis C.K. Look at Louis C.K.'s business model. He has all his stuff on his one website. He goes out on tour. He does his tours. He scales up his tours. And he's just been doing that for years at this point because he went and ground it out and was grinding and built up that fan base. To now he can do that, just experience life as he wants to. But yeah, like that's the thing. That's what it takes. But yeah, but do you think artists can be blackballed? Now there's times when the fans will turn on you for putting out bad music. That also happens too. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like so it's like, are you making music for yourself, for your fans? Like it's always that balance. So I don't know, like, You can art it like the fall off. That's why I said are the fall offs controlled because there's reasons for fall offs. Like some people just fall off. That's different from blackballing. Now some people are blaming their fall off on blackballing, but sometimes you didn't keep feeding your fans. You didn't do satisfy them enough because you have to have a relationship with your fans, like you have a relationship with your girl or with your person, your significant other. Me and my heteronormative ideals. But yeah, so that's the thing. So trying to find this Bad Bunny concert shit because Bad Bunny is out of here, bro. Like this year is the year of Bad Bunny. He's so out of here, it's ridiculous. Like pretty much he did this one concert, bro, that broke record for concert sales, like because he earned 15 million in the show. And which broke his last record of 14 million to show with a couple shows back. So he's on a record breaking tour. Dude is fucking Spanish Michael Jackson out here. Like people fucking love Bad Bunny. It's different. Like what Bad Bunny is, like it's different. People don't give a lot of credit to artists that aren't popular in American or do shit and break in America. But Bad Bunny broke in America. There's a lot of Spanish people in America. So he fits right into that, and he's doing his thing. He's going crazy. So I always give credit is due, because these are aspiring goals I have for myself. I want to do this. I want to get these M's. Seeing how other artists get these M's is always a good motivator, and also shows you that it can be real. So Bad Bunny earns 15.7 million with a concert at SoFi Stadium, October 1st, the highest grossing concert by an Latin artist in history. So the highest grossing Latin artist, surpassing himself in Chicago. It's 14 million. So yeah, I really give it up to Bad Bunny, bro. He's doing his thing. I love to see people win and succeed. It is the motivation that you can do it too. It can all be real. Moving on. Things are getting crazy. Lil Baby said he don't beef with people. And I think that's smart. Beefing isn't always profitable. The people who make the most money don't beef. Beefing can make money in the small term, but eventually you gotta stop it. Like, notice 50 only beefs with people he can win against. Some Art of War type shit. Kanye be beefing with people he can't win against sometimes. Gotta pick your battles. He ain't gonna beat Kris Jenner, bro. Ain't nothing you gonna do. Cause you chose to be with that family. Like you chose that. So you already knew that that's what came with it. So that's what it is. So people just be in their own, yeah. But, Lil Baby said his new album, It's Only Me. It's gonna have 23 songs and 7 features. And he say he don't beef. And I that's fine. Okay, so Lil Uzi put out he took a picture of him with the what's it called? A belly ring. He had a belly ring, belly piercing. I don't know what to call belly button ring, whatever. People are roasting him, calling them flexible rainbow colors, sprinkles, spices, cherry blossoms, all that. They was roasting him for whatever expletives. And also he came out as a they, so he's not going by. He's existing. This person, Lil Uzi, the person, is just choosing to experience life as a person and not go by any form of gender norms. He just wants to experience life how he wants to experience it. I think that's okay. Do what you want, bro. Young Thug did it as a troll, and he just dropped it because he said his kids were getting confused. So Lil Uzi doesn't have kids. He's living his life, and he wants to do what he wants to do. And he put out proper statements. He said, these are my pronouns. I'm changing my pronouns, and I'm doing other stuff. So I feel like two different things. He's saying who he is. So JT came to his response after getting roasted, saying, "Y'all think the way people dress and how they express themselves is what defines them sexually, and that's your problem now because it's men who out here masculine as hell, dress apart, and can't wait to get from y'all to suck dick for Amiris." And I mean no disrespect. Every time my nigga do something, you want to do y'all. Oh wait, sorry. Every time a nigga do something he want to do, y'all act amazed. That's been his aesthetic before me. I guess this side more tuned in, but let me tell y'all something. He a black rock star. That's what he does. Uzi Day me, we honestly have two different audiences, so nothing bother me more than when he doing what he want, y'all tagging me and say, "This your man." Yeah, ho, that's my man. My good man, my rich man, my respectful man, my lit man, my successful black rock star. So I appreciate this tweet specifically because people always talk about black relationships in a negative light. We're about to talk about some Blueface and Christian Rock, but you know, when he Lil Uzi, sorry with the burn. I'm fuck up the burn. That's the thing. I'm bad with that. I am trying to listen. I'm from the South, bro. People don't do none of that shit. They try, but no one takes that shit seriously. It's whatever. Like people don't care, bro. And that's I don't know. And is it better that people don't care or people that care? Because if we don't care, we're not saying we hate you. We just don't care. Apathy isn't hatred, right? I don't know, but not everybody has that level of empathy. I'll agree to that. And to equate that level of empathy with respect, I mean, there's a conversation to be had. There is a conversation to be had because, take both sides, see how you will. But I just appreciate that a black woman is coming to the defense of her black man or person. Sorry. Black woman is coming to the defense of their partner because a lot of times when it is someone who was genetically at birth a man, I don't know what else, cisgender man, whatever, because he's not cisgender anymore. But you know what I'm talking about. You see a lot of black women, shitting on other black men, right? And in their relationships, always hoeing them, always talking about they and shit. And they be in the media a lot. They be doing their drama shit, but they really just be tricking on each other. There's that one time with when he was talking crazy to what's her name? The other city girl, Carisha. But I don't know. Carisha be on, like, now that you see her podcast, that she'll just be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? She be saying all type of stuff. So, maybe he didn't react too crazy. But who knows? How people react is how they going to react. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because, yeah, people would be roasting Lil Uzi for him being himself, but hey, it's hip hop. That's the thing. Hip hop is a what's it called? It's cartoonish. It's like WWE. It's very very masculine machismo in its upbringing, in its birth, and even how it is now. It's still considered a blood sport, quite literally, if you will. But we gonna move on. All right, so Steve Lacy's Bad Habits is number 1. Good. Steve Lacy's number 1. So I appreciate Steve Lacy because he really came out the doing it just with what he had. He really worked with what he had. He didn't really have whatever everybody had, and he made it work. Now he number 1 with it. Let me look it up for y'all. Look up Billboard, cause you know what I'm saying. Like it's Steve Lacy, bro. If you aspire to do music, you can really get it out GarageBand. Don't let nobody tell you can't get out GarageBand. Get out the little bare minimum stuff that works. Don't let nobody tell you that, bro. Because this man got out the GarageBand, man. Now look where he at. Number 1, bro. No, number 1. This had been on the chart for 13 weeks. You know what I'm saying? He been on charting. I'm gonna cover this song. I can't wait to cover this song. I just gotta learn how to D6. Playing D6 is like it's messing up my fingers. D#6. And yeah, bro, like look at all these people he's surpassing, bro, too, as a black dude too. Because Harry Styles and Sam Smith and Post Malone. The other guys on there, but it's Post Malone song, Nick Yor, One Republic, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the pop stars. One Republic, Morgan, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Glorilla and Cardi B doing their thing at number 9, and Lizzo, about time. These are all pop stars, bro. Luke Combs, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all pop stars, bro. Bad Bunny, all this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just appreciate, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get it out the mud with GarageBand work, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Steve Lacy number 1. Steve Lacy number 1. Look at me. Steve Lacy number 1. So I don't care. There's no excuses why you can't. If you really want to do this music shit and you really want to do it, you get a mic like this, you get you some GarageBand, you hit record. I don't care, bro. That's how it is, and that's how you can do it. Because if you do it over time, you'll get better at it. And you'll look up YouTube videos, you'll understand music. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna figure out this and that, and you go on a journey. You're on a journey to make something cool, to make art. And then you might find people that fuck with your art. Or maybe it takes you a little bit of time. But if you keep working at it and you are able to take criticism and not get too sensitive when people say this shit ain't it, and just go back and go harder, eventually you'll get better. And then some people will like it. It may not be everybody in the world. You may not go number 1 like Steve Lacy, but you can get out the mud with GarageBand and can potentially go number 1 like Steve Lacy. Shout out to Steve Lacy, bro. He got it out the GarageBand with it and got to his bag. I don't know if he used it for this song specifically, but he started from that to this, bro. And you can get like that. You can get like that for real, and it can work. It can work. You could chart. You could be up for real off that. This dude is on the internet. He's a side byproduct of a byproduct of our future. He a side character for a while until he established his own shit and said, no, I'm Steve Lacy. I'm going to be number 1. Fuck is you talking about? So I appreciate Steve Lacy's shit. All right, so we're going to move on. That got me hyped. I get hyped when people really get it out the mud, really do what they're supposed to do, and really work at it. And then the fruits of your labor pay off. You made something you wanted to make. You wanted to make something you wanted to make. You say, you going to like this. Wait. I promise you, you're going to like this. And they did. So I appreciate that. Let me go move on. All right, so Sonny Digital wants to bring back mixtapes. His interpretation of mixtapes is he's saying everything don't need to be on streaming. Some things can just be on whatever. I don't know what. Are we bringing back mixtape sites? You put on YouTube? I don't know what he's saying it, but saying that everything needs to be for sale. Essentially, are you using samples? Are you not? Like me, my thing with that is like you know, the definition of mixtape has changed so much. You know, it's a label. It's contractual. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. It's entirely just a contractual tool the labels use to keep artists in deals longer when they try to just drop a lot of music to get out of their deal. Because that used to be the thing. If you had a label deal, you could just make a whole bunch of music and just make the music and then get out. But they use the term mixtape to be like, oh, this is the album doesn't count towards your deal. No, it's a whole fully made album from scratch. This doesn't count. This is a mixtape. So that's why I don't like the word mixtape, because it's been used in malicious ways to keep artists oppressed. And now I'm not for the oppression of artists. Free all my artists. Free everybody out their deal if they don't want to be in it. But if you stay, then hopefully you get some leverage. I pray for a hit for you so you can get some leverage out you to get the bag in your deal. So yeah. Free everybody. Free my cousin. So yeah, but I don't know. But I don't know Steve Lacy's definition of a mixtape. So that's my biggest thing. He's saying bring mixtapes back. It never really went nowhere. Everything on stream, everything a project, whatever. Like it's whatever you want to call it, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying. So it don't matter. Mm. Trying to find the thing with that in it. Fredo Bang, shouts out the 9 to 5 workers. I appreciate you, Fredo Bang. I will trying to get like y'all. That's all I would say. So yeah, so this is Sunny Digital's thing. He's saying, I'm going to keep on preaching that mixtape must come back. Everything doesn't need to be on a DSP. So yeah, so is that your definition then? If it's not on a DSP, it's a mixtape. It's a real mixtape. I don't know. How y'all feel about that? Define a mixtape. So yeah, like so this one dude asked, so we gonna act like YB ain't dropping mixtapes and still is. My favorite mixtapes are on SoundCloud, not available on DSPs. A lot of people say that. Before people can put out music, they have to clear samples, split royalties up, and do a whole rollout. Bro, what happened to people who just put stuff out? There are a lot of artists who treat their business model like this, though. Russ puts out a lot of music, NBA Youngboy puts out a lot of music. My favorite indie artist, RXK Nephew, he puts out a lot of music. There are a lot of rappers and entertainers that put out a lot of music. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, but again, like Sunny Digital, like he's for the art, but some people gotta eat. And that's why people end up dropping. They're trying to drop these DSPs on these DSPs to get a bag. Each wants to get a bag. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this for free. I know Sunny Digital don't make beats for free. So they had to pay for the beats for the music to come out for free. I don't know what he talking about. Cause I promise you, he not putting these beats for free. And if he is, okay, I'll shut up. Okay. If he's doing it for free, I'll shut up. But it also like you giving your beats away for free. So why should the artists be putting out their music for free? So there's that. All right, so on to the next topic. So Tems is bad, right? But she makes good music. Isn't she good enough at making music to where she doesn't need to be doing the thirst traps? Right? Now, before I go any deeper, thank you for the thirst trap. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it. But I mean, she says she's an artist and producer. She makes her own beats and shit too. So it's like, I don't know. Hey man, she says she natural born killer. It's no cap. Now, like, right? So my thing is, my whole thing with this is like, okay, she's doing different thirst traps. They're cute, whatever. Right. This is like the same. What's it called? How am I gonna word this? This is the same marketing that like IG models use to sell Fashion Nova, that OnlyFans girls do to sell their OnlyFans. Not literally, but an approximation in terms of having the cute pictures and the thirst traps. Like it's similar to how all pretty women. So it's how all I'm asking is how all pretty women sell things the same. Do I just put my body on it and you just gonna buy it? Now, granted, when you talk to a lot of female entertainers, they completely understand this. They're fine with it. They don't. Some feel bad about it, but understand it is what it is. If this is what it is, I will make a bag off of it, and so that's what it is. And if not, and some people just they say they're not is what it is. They're fine. They feel comfortable in who they are and confident in who they are. And if you want to look cool, but you got to pay for it, or just look at these pictures forever. So, but people always pretty much say like, "Hey, what about the music? What about the music?" Tems had what's it called? This is like I guess the plight of Lizzo, right? Because Lizzo wants to. I just figured out something, right? So Lizzo, I feel like in her marketing wants to just do the same thing as every other female artist who's allowed to do, right? But when she does it, she gets body shamed because she don't look like, the whatever the. Why am I back on this, bro? I didn't want this. But yeah, but why is like that's her. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's I feel like is her plight, like, so because everyone can promote through just showing off their body, essentially, except Lizzo. Lizzo has to just be all talent, or Adele for a long time had to be all talent. But as soon as Adele dropped away and started looking bad, she can. Oh wait. I'm gonna close delete it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the wild stuff is gonna pop up. So yeah, I was saying like that issue with Twitter, whatever gonna happen on Twitter, but yeah, like I think that's an interesting thing to think about. Like Lizzo, like in a sense, just wants to be like all the other girls who are just allowed to promote whatever they want to promote through use of their body, and she gets shunned for doing so. And find that interesting. So yeah, Thames is it was an example of me trying to bring a broader point of essentially all women. Is that all it takes? Is this, as the consumer, is this what the consumer wants? Are we all agreeing to this? Is this a social contract that we've all agreed to and have accepted now with the new advent of social media? Is if you're a pretty woman, if you want to do anything, whatever you want to do, just you gotta show off your body a little bit. I don't know. That's what it seems to be. I don't know, like, right or wrong about that. That just seems to be what is happening. So I want to know how y'all feel about it. Do you feel like that is what's happening too? Let me know. All right, so we're gonna move on into the wild west, essentially. So, all right, so Danny Lay got like B Simone off of Wildin' Out, and then she came and she tried to cop please, right? She started copping please, and then Kendra G, she got her off with Kendra G. But then they ended up her and Kendra G ended up reconciling. But Kendra G was hot. She was saying that stuff with the fire. She was getting that fire off. So I wanted to show a clip of that before the reconcile, because it's good that people can get over the beef, because with the cat fight stuff, that stuff kind of be going forever. You see how Nicki and Cardi, people just tend to have feuds, so over different things. So it's always good when people can. Now, could it all be fake? Obviously, it's probably fake, but I don't care. Like, it's all fake. You don't know what's real and what's not. You ain't gonna know. You'll never know. You'll never know. This is via the Shade Room. Trying to find it. Oh, it's June. Here I'm talking about. Danny Lace, she basically canceled interview with Kendra G. Kendra G saying that she didn't want her there. They have all since reconciled, but he's still funny to me. You feel me? There's some funny in the mess. That was all pictures. And then she responded, I want to see the original post. Here we go. You gonna show it to me? All right, boom. This
goofy Person of the Day award goes to DaniLeigh. And let me tell you why. DaniLeigh is in the city of Chicago. I don't know why. Probably got a high school appearance. Who the hell knows? But she was set to do an interview with The Morning Show. And she requested that I, Kendra G, be removed from the interview because she was uncomfortable talking to me. Girlfriend, this ain't wilding out. You ain't going to be Simone me. Now your whole interview has been canceled. But I'm trying to figure out, why didn't you want to talk to me in the first place? I actually been on the radio defending your honor. I really felt the way when your baby daddy played you on that infamous IG Live and I defended you on the radio. Now, shout out to B. Simone, who I know in real life, rock with in real life, but I actually understood why you didn't want to do Wild 'N Out with her. But I'm still trying to figure out, why the hell you ain't want to talk to me? Now, are you nervous? I'm going to ask you the questions that need to be asked. Like, are you still sleeping with your baby daddy after he beat your brother up and played you on the IG Live? And you know what? I probably would have asked you that question because I need to know. Because if you forgave him, that means I need to forgive him. Are you nervous? I was going to bring up that Jellabone song. Girlfriend, I don't care. You can make a song about your skin tone and celebrate it. I love being a dark-skinned woman. Ain't no whack like that gonna make me insecure about my complexion. Are you nervous that I was gonna ask you, like, how did it feel to be a girlfriend thinking you was better than all the baby mamas just to become a baby mama and get treated worse? And you know what, DaniLeigh? I probably would have asked you all those questions because guess what? That's my job. That's what I do. I ask the questions that the people want to know. Maybe you should focus on your job, be in the studio and make a hit. And we got to talk about your music and not about your personal life. That's not my fault that your personal life is more relevant than your music. That's your fault. You around here trying to get people removed from interviews. It don't go down like that. Now you miss out on the opportunity to have a radio interview on #1 urban station in Chicago. And guess what? This opportunity might not come around again because your music ain't popping. So with that being said, sit your down. Enjoy Chicago.
So yeah, that was what it was just a funny thing. She was going off. I had to let her go off for a little bit. So yeah, so after that, DaniLeigh started copping pleas, and then they're like, we can come and talk to each other. Everything's cool now. So my thing is, I don't feel like she wants to answer any questions. I feel like that. But Kendra G brought up a good point that's why I use the clip, because and this will tie into my next topic too. So yeah, why artists, like, again, the fall off is like people, they always get caught up in the fame and they don't want to put out music. You always got to keep putting out music. That's why Drake is one of the GOATs, because he kept putting out hits. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do interviews. You can talk about whatever, but I'm still putting out hits. And that's really what matters. You got to keep putting out music. You got to keep putting out, you know what I'm saying? These hits, like Bad Bunny, he's keep putting out these hits and he's going crazy. You know? That's what matters, truly, at the end of the day, is the music. Because if you're a musician, it's about the music. It's the job of the media to talk about drama. But we just here to find stories, regardless of what it is or isn't. Because, you know, I like to talk about the music too. But, you know, with certain things, if I'm forced to look at it, you keep showing, my algorithm keeps showing it to me, to talk about it, to roast it, to defame it. Get this off of my timeline. I'm tired of seeing it. So I will now be on your ass about it. That's kind of where I feel like a lot of people do. But it's the media's job to, you know, give commentary and in interviews to, again, yes, to ask the questions that the people want to know, because they are the people who are there to represent the people, to ask these questions. Now, granted, most radio interviews especially are controlled. There are questions you're not going to ask that unless you are someone like Kendra G or Charlamagne. But these people, there's two people. It's rare. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, they're not going to go down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so most people are podcasters, and, you know, that's where people really get it off nowadays, or, you know, the live stream, like over here. So, you know, that's how things be. But yeah, people trying to avoid interviews I always find interesting if you're not putting out music. If you're not putting out music like Wayne, Drake, I said Wayne, I said YoungBoy. That's what I meant. YoungBoy, Drake, you know, Russ, a couple other people. If you're not putting out a lot of music, you're not really feeding your fans all the time, and then you start getting in controversy, like the Blueface shit, which we're gonna talk about, because really, I just hope. I don't even hope. I'm just tired of seeing it. I want Blueface to drop music, do something. I don't know. Like, it's too much. Everything getting leaked. It's wild out here, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. It is wild out here, and this is where we at with it. But when it gets to that point, and you just are famous for being famous, the only people who are good at being famous are the Kardashians, bro. It's because that reality TV. But they figured out reality TV in a certain way and do things and sell things and do a whole bunch of other shit. Most of the time, the reality TV money itself is not the bag. You know what I'm saying? It's everything you do around it, similar to music. But even music, you make more money off music. The number is broken down. You make more money off music than doing the reality shit. So it would benefit him to do that. So we just gonna say graduate into it. All right. So pretty much, there are rumors of them breaking up, and pretty much this other girl, side chick that Blueface was fucking on, I think, leaked some nudes or something. So then Christian Rock leaked herself of her and Blueface smashing, and then they said they going on a break or something. And it's like, yeah, bro, I hope Blueface escapes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then people asked her, like, y'all on a break or breaking up? What are you gonna keep the tattoo of the Blueface on you? She's like, yeah. She said she would keep the tattoo, and then she said she got a new dude. She would get them tatted next to the old dude. So you gonna have another tattoo next to the Blueface tattoo. That's how she gonna rock out, I guess. I don't know. But listen, is it where we at with it, bro? Is it where we at? I don't know how to even react to that. Like, that's craziness. But obviously, I feel like she just be talking. Part of it is she just talking just because of attention. But part of it is also like, hey, yo, something wrong with Shorty, and maybe she should get help. Because, you know, she be fighting people, fighting Blueface, you know, whatever with the violence. And then, you know, they're obviously not good for each other because Blueface is not no angel. He's a, you know. Yeah, so, but it's like, I cover it just because it's there. Like, people like hearing about it. But why? Why do we like seeing the things like this? Like, there are different parts of it that I like breaking down. Like, boom, on one hand of it, I got to talk about DV. Like, it's a great topic to talk about DV because it shows it's bi-directional. A lot of these are very ratchet people. This is the people you would see down the block where you grew up at, with the people having the little ratchet arguments on the street. You're just seeing it. These just gave people a lot of money, like cameras in their face, and that's like what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? Not always on Shade Room or whatnot. Because I don't know. Relationships, sex sells, right? They say sex and blood sells. So that's what they're gonna give you. They gave you the Jeffrey Dahmer, they give you Christian Rock. Jeffrey Rock. I don't know, bro. That's where we are with it. So another news. Cardi B was beefing with JT. I think because JT was trying to DM Cardi B about a feature, try to get a feature, and I think Cardi was ignoring her, so she chose to air it out on social media, and then Cardi B started clapping back at her, and then there's a clip of a piece saying you need to rap like how Cardi did it, and so that's not good. So JT just getting debased by Nicki, and now she getting debased by Cardi. It's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, being that female rapper situation must be tough. I don't know how people manage that shit, because it's like, it's tough because you got to manage all these relationships. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to stepping on toes because boom, JT did the song with, probably just because JT did the song with Nicki Minaj. So now Cardi ain't gonna fuck with you. You ain't just gonna hit up Cardi B and being like, you just look from my op. We just gonna do it like that. I don't think it's gonna go like that. Obviously, it ain't go like that. So they have public spats and whatnot. And so what it led to is people were saying, making the comparison of, hey, ain't Cardi B and Nicki Minaj the same? Ain't just the marketing different? Let's keep it a buck. Ain't it just because Cardi B Spanish, bro? She got that Spanish accent. You don't think, like, you know what I'm saying? You get all, because listen, she just got the probation for jail for fighting and beating up, or getting goons to beat up the people, the 6ix9ine girl and her sister. They smashing Offset. So that's what Cardi B, in retaliation for them smashing Offset, you got goons to beat up these people, and now you just now doing whatever for that. You've been beefing with these other reality hip hop rappers and been showing them leaking their sex tapes, and now you beef with JT. Like, Are people just coming for Cardi, or is she, if it's enough people, the problem might be you too. And she admitted that in some instances she's the problem. So maybe, I guess you get a self-awareness from her, better marketing, I guess. Like each generation to get better marketing. Lil Kim, they got Nicki, and I got Cardi. Like the marketing and how people are crafting these artists and superstars. But it's like, my thing is, Nicki Minaj drop actual rap. Like Cardi B only dropped one album, but she's cool. And people like her personality. I feel like most people would rather hang out with Cardi B than Nicki Minaj when it comes down to it. Because Cardi B's funny. And seems like a more down-to-earth person, gives the marketing and the appearance of a more down-to-earth person. But at the end of the day, people are who they are, and and that's what it is. Conflict, again, hip-hop is a blood sport. There will be conflict constantly, in some regard, because even among the rapidy rap people, not the like backpackers, but even like Griselda that's beating up Freddie Gibbs. So even in the lo-fi, and even in the boom bap rap, in the old man beef, there's the old man beef, there's girl beef, there's the young SoundCloud rapper beef. There's a myriad of beefs that go on in hip hop. It's a part of it at this point. But that's why I appreciate Lil Baby saying he doesn't beef with people. I think it's very important for him to say, like, I don't beef with nobody. I'm not beef with people. That's a strong stance to take, because that's such an easy stance to do within the context of hip hop. And people, like, if you want to say, the white people like to see us fight, it gives you a perfect license to do so through beef. So I'm asking you people, what do you think is the actual difference between these two people? Let me know. All right, so I want to bring up this next topic. This guy, Boston Richey, he's a coming up rapper right now. I think James Harden was seen with him and got a cosign from somebody. Oh, I think Yachty about to drop. I took the one. Yeah, bro. We getting that new Yachty. Yachty an interesting figure because he kind of like fell off, but he still be dropping. And so like he can't really super fall out. He'll fall back, but music probably not his favorite main focus. Like he might be just trying to take care of his family. He just rap and take care of his family at this point, and that's okay. Perfectly fine. I'm trying to find boom. So yeah, boom. James Harden is he messing with this new rapper Boston Richey. So people say he Harden cheating on him with Boston Richey. I don't know. But yeah, he got a cosign from James Harden at the strip club, the Hair strip club, whatever. And then he also got the Future with Future. Future, people always talk about the Drake stimulus package. The Future cosign is carried a lot of weight. Like 21 Savage, how the 21 Savage song, the No Heart, like with the Future really helped that song blow up. Like people do not give Future enough credit for really bridging the gap for all these younger artists and being that guy, that cool guy that you could get a feature from, and that it's all good. It's gonna work. So, but I brought that up with the James Harden and James Harden and the Future to bring up the Art of the Coastline. So, Boston Richey is a new rapper. I don't know who he signed to, but he just got a post from a media outlet like Grand Wizard. He posted the two coastlines. He just got the Art of the Coastline, right? That's what I'm talking about. Now, depending on when you do a coastline and how you do it, coastlines can be very profitable. Why do I say this? Too much too soon is bad, right? Because you don't want to look like in the industry just forced you. But the validation is important because if you have somebody who's a legend in the game that people really respect, really say, "Hey, yo, this is this guy. I put my arm around him. I really mess with it with dude." That really holds a lot of weight with at least fans. I mean, if fans don't fuck with you, like because that affords you to do music with other people based on their relationships as well. That this meeting, so and again, the songs could go up too, because again, most of the mainstream basic music base only listens to what's fed to them through the algorithm, unless you're a super music nerd or you have cultivated a super fan base. But timing is everything. If you right before you drop an album, but you have a couple mixtapes under you, is when a cosign is real needed, because then people can go look at your old music and like you, and then they can go back, and then whatever you do forward, they're gonna be paying attention to. So yeah, right now he's a fresh artist. He only got this one album out. It's called Public Housing. So this is all coming. And then he released a project on August 26th. So he released this very recently. And then so now post, he's trying to generate more buzz. See, this also can work too. So after you drop a tape, right before or right after you drop a tape, it can be very beneficial to get a cosign. Especially like a post, if your album's already out, like this is the equivalent of you have a back catalog. You are just starting out with your catalog. Ayo, check me out. I'm a new artist. I'm da da da. So yeah, it's through OpenShift distribution. So wonder who that's tied to. But shout out to Bossa Richie for getting these cosigns and putting yourself in a good position. Hopefully, you're not getting screwed over. I pray all artists are not getting screwed over. I do not wish that. I don't wish people just take all your money that you worked hard on, just because you didn't know what was going on. But yeah, dude, some cosigns do not hold up much weight as they used to. Like Drake, it depends on how you get it. It can be a hit or a miss. If you let Drake do the whole song for you, it's probably not gonna go that well for you, as opposed to you doing your own thing, and then you get the artist just to, hey, yo, fuck with dude. That does a lot more, I feel like, because then you already did the work. You already have something to show people. But yeah, I mean, Future's been on a good feature run lately. He did this one with the song Boston Richie. He did a good song on the Lucky album. He's had a good run with his album that he just put out. So shout out to Future for doing this thing. Gotta appreciate it. All right, so let me know what y'all think about the cosign. And how necessary you feel like the cosign is. Because some people get no cosign, that don't mean anything more than the person that did. Because really it's about getting to it. No one wants to ever be the person you owe their career to. Like, if not for this, I wouldn't did. But sometimes it gets like that. Hey, sometimes you're one handshake away from this person and that person, and then this or that person might do this or that for you, and then you're in a big room and you're getting all this money and champagne to host thrown on you in a month. Who knows? That's just the nature of the business. So you always got to be open and ready for those types of opportunities, in my opinion. We're going to move on, though. But yeah. I might not be on stream as long sometimes just because I be getting off of work. So I might wrap it up sooner than later. But depending on like how I'm feeling and whatnot right now, you know, it's kind of tough because I gotta take it up. I ain't gonna lie. But this is about Safari's take on fatherhood, and it lends itself to a lot of open dialogue. I feel like no one actually has these conversations. Men don't have these conversations with each other in terms of how they raise their kids and stuff like that. You know, these are private conversations. No one ever reveals them. So this is telling, in my opinion.
Right. Erica, she was filming some movies. She was gone for like a whole month. So I got the honor of being a full-time round the clock father, right? And how do guys with multiple baby mamas deal with that? Like, and I'm not even saying like there's nothing wrong with my situation. I'm talking about as far as putting in the time to your kids. Like when I'm with my kids, it's like, yo, I want to be with them and not let them go. So how do you do that with multiple different women and different kids? And it's like, damn, like that's like a like, are the guys who are able to do that, like, are they MVPs or are they the wash-ups on the bench? Like, yo, like, I would not want to have any more kids with any like that. I multiple BMs? No, that's crazy. Like, what? Like, whoa. I'm already like, I'm rethinking a lot of stuff. Like, damn. Like, I love waking up to my kids and seeing them all the time. It was a great feeling. Sleeping with me, and it's like, wow, the bond, everything just getting closer. So, to you guys who are doing this and not, because it's not about money. It ain't about, oh, you taking care of the kids. No, it ain't about money, because the time is definitely worth more than the money. So I just want to know, like, how do you do it? And for the ones who have multiple and they don't pay their kids no mind. So I'm just sitting here thinking about fatherhood, right?
Yeah, so that's all he had to say. But yeah, it lends itself to a lot of things. I mean, honestly, the main answer to the question that most of them don't. Most of them don't take care of their kids, and they just send off a check, and then they out, and then they go live their life. And if the kid's taken care of, then that's fine, financially at least. And most people are fine with that. Most women are fine with that. And sometimes that relationship breaks down, and then you don't get what you bargained for, and all this, that, and the third. And so that's that. But yeah, it brings up that thing because, you know, the rappers like NBA Youngboy and Nick Cannon, Future, to name a few, Chief Keef had a lot of baby mamas too. Like, you know, most people do not have the best relationship with their baby moms. They're probably not seeing their kids like that. This is true. So it's like, to answer your question, they're not seeing their kids like that. Like, they're not seeing a lot of their kids like that. Some are to the best of their ability, and then there's always some issues, courts or no courts. You know, sometimes you're not allowed to be a father because if the woman has a kid most of the time, it's hard to see him. So there's that. And people do that to get back at you and all, you know, there's a whole bunch of dynamics that go with that. So yeah. So unless you have a positive relationship with our baby moms and you have the understanding that, you know, it just seems like a lot. It obviously seems like a lot in any situation. Like, it just require a lot of emotional labor and communication. So to realistically do it in a realistic way, to actually be there for all your kids, you know. So it's not, you know, I doubt it ever goes like that. So him asking the question like, yo, it's like, yeah, they not. The answer is they don't. The answer is no. How do you exactly? How? There is no question of how. They simply don't. All right, so I'm gonna cover these topics pretty quick, and I'm gonna get off. So Charleston White. I'm off hip hop topics, by the way. Anime. If you've seen the Reincarnated as a Sword drop, this first episode, I watched it. It's hard. That first episode is hard. That first My Hero episode is hard. So get tapped into that fall season. It's finna be going crazy, bro. This fall season finna hit, yo. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all I'm gonna say, bro. Cause I don't know how much I can review on shit if I can't get the spoilers. I don't want to give people spoilers all the time. I'm not a spoiling guy, but definitely why I just be recommending shit for real. Cause I have enough. I'm not no encyclopedia. People always be thinking my friend Eric that I'm some anime encyclopedia, but it's like it's not that. But there are people who know more than me. I know my fair share, and I am pretty deep. I'm pretty deep in the anime. Now, shout out to Anime Balls Deep, good YouTube channel. But yeah, check out them shows. I wanted to do a highlight of Charleston White because he started doing the edgy internet stuff, and they did all these interviews with JC with Say Cheese, and in the background of all of that, he was leading his local politics and really trying to change his community. So I appreciate him doing the things that are positive to change his community. But now he's entering his final stage. Excuse me. But now I wanted to highlight this part because of you've seen Charleston White do the edgy social media stuff and garner a lot of attention for saying wild stuff, and now dealing with confrontations with rappers, stuff like that, and then putting it all on shout out to Stay Cheese, a media platform that was consistently blowing it up while he was able to shed his good message of gangbanging is bad, don't gangbang. So him doing that is all positive, but he has completed, I feel like, his transformation, his evolution from just being an activist to now taking it to YouTube, and then now it's brought, in my opinion, and now he's running for office. Allegedly, I heard he's running for some version of political office. So this is the to me what I believe is like him like doing another evolution, because now he's saying like people react to all his stuff and view it as comedy, though he be serious. He's one of those people who have an inflection when they talk that just kind of make you laugh. Just kind of make you chuckle. So I'm trying to find this clip. All right, boom. So look, he was able to do a comedy show now.
So I come back and lean on Soulja Boy. I'm talking about he did it all.
So yeah, he's talking about Soulja Boy and shit, and yeah, he's performing at a comedy show in Atlanta, and it's a packed out show. If you go see, so look, he did that. He garnered the attention. Charleston was able to garner the attention, troll, do all this stuff to whatever, do what he had to do, say whatever, be whatever, talk shit, act crazy, get people mad. Was able to have interesting interviews on Say Cheese, and then completed the transformation by going into stand-up. What does that tell you? That tells you that if your content is good, I hate the word content, but I like to call it just art. If your art is what you're putting out into the world, your message broadcast, if that resonates with people, you can translate that into any type of way to make money. You know what I'm saying? So right now he's translated who he was and done all that and channeled that into stand-up comedy. And I appreciate that part of it, because I want more people who feel like they're funny should try stand-up, because stand-up is the final form is the closest thing that a comedian and a comedian mind can get to with touring. They can get to touring. They can get a touring apparatus similar to hip-hop artists, but with their benefit of they have less gear. It's just them on a mic. So, that's it. The thing with stand-up is once you get profitable enough with stand-up, it's just you and a mic, and that can go heavier way. So him just talking shit has now elevated him to him just talking shit. But now he's on tour with it. And I feel like that's very interesting, the transformation. So that's why I call it evolution, because he went from just this shit, saying crazy shit, going viral, but actually figuring out how to make the viral shit into something. And he completed the evolution. Now he's going on tour stand-up. So I want people to understand how people transform and get to the whole thing. Because now I feel like he's going to do movies and shit too. And all that shit going to make sense, because he's still, I feel like, going to bring it back to his message. Even though he's getting divorced and all that shit. Hey, man, the clout gets everybody. That's all I'm going to say, bro. All right, moving on. Elon Musk finally bought Twitter. He bought Twitter, kicking and screaming. Ooh-wee. He didn't want to buy that shit. He said, this shit full of bots. I don't want to buy this shit, but damn it, like y'all fucking, I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna just go ahead and buy this shit. Wonder how Twitter's gonna change in any capacity or respect. Are people still gonna get canceled, censored, all that other shit? I don't know. But we'll see. I don't think this really means anything. I think he's gonna try to flip Twitter soon, one way or the other. But we'll see what he does with it. I don't know. I don't have a thing for the next thing, but what was I trying to say? Yeah, that's that Blueface stuff. Listen, bro. Not talking about that. Not talking about that. Cause my thing is, bro, you got that dude tattooed on your neck, boy. That's not going nowhere, shorty. What can you get to replace it? Man, I've heard many a story of bad tattoos, and I'm like, ooh, you got this person's this on you, you got this person's that, you got a couple tattoos are always like yikes to me. I'm always like, what you finna cover it up with? That's my first question. What is your replacement? And that's a big shot on your neck, shorty. That's crazy. And she gonna get another nigga too. That shit crazy. People are tripping off this streamer dude, I think, with the face reveal. And I don't know. I consider all that white people shit, respectfully. Rick Ross wants to build an automotive museum on his property to store his 200 plus cars. What are you gonna do 200 plus cars? Honestly, bro, this is a tax write-off because a museum. Yeah, I think museums are tax write-offs. So I think he's just like, that's why you see Rick Ross is doing the farms. You get a lot of tax benefits for owning farm animals. Like, so yeah, if you really want to understand wealth, every once in a while, just look at all the stuff Rick Ross does. It may seem like he's just flexing and doing shit, but he's actually like trying to store his money in a way to keep it. And this is how you build wealth over time and keep having wealth coming in. So yeah, don't sleep on what Rick Ross is doing, because he's actually like, this is how you build wealth. The way Rick Ross is doing it is the way to build wealth, long-term wealth, realistically. So yeah, don't sleep on what Rick Ross is doing. Because people always think he's just buying shit and just doing shit. No, he's doing shit for like a literal reason, bro. So that's where I'm at with it. Trying to find KFC about to put out a cereal, and that shit crazy. If they ever actually go ahead and do this shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy. There's something else I want to talk about, but I forgot. But I'm gonna just go to this. All right, so Kim Kardashian has been charged illegally by what's it called? Charged with illegally promoting a cryptocurrency product without disclosing she was paid to do so. She will pay $1.6 million and agree not to promote any crypto asset securities for 3 years. Yeah, a lot of these celebrities that were doing that crypto shit, and when the pandemic was first hitting and they was hitting that crypto scam, they coming, the SEC coming, IRS calling, baby. They want they check. You feel me? And she only, I think this she did for 250, which, you know, I mean, Crypto Detroit ran up a bag on that, you know what I'm saying? She's reportedly a billionaire, allegedly a billionaire. But, you know, people just be lying on their taxes for real. Yeah, when you see a lot of things with being a rich on more than a 10 million, like more than the tens of millions is really like value. Like, you can be valued at this, and who's valuing you, you can pay that person that's valuing you. You know that, right? And so you can get valued at X, and then when you sell the company that you said was valued at X, Y, or Z, then you just hit the okie doke and now you up. You completed the okie doke and now you up. All that's illegal, but people do it in legal ways, essentially. And if they do get caught, they can pay for it, essentially. They can pay for the fall that comes with it, because by then you're up. And that is how it be going. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find the crypto shit. Boom. All right, so yeah, this is a deep dive on the crypto shit that I wanted to show y'all and let y'all know, like, I'm interested in crypto technology. I have interest in actually learning like Solidity and making like projects with it. My thing is there are kinks to be worked out for sure in general. I'm pretty sure crypto ain't good for the environment, so it's like that. It's like people always talk about the environment. And they're like, what crypto? It's like, which is it? Do you care about the environment or not? Because if y'all cared about the environment, Crypto is also not good for the environment because of how the fans work. I think it contributes heavily to global warming. Allegedly, I don't know. Look it up. If I say some bullshit and you're like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Look it up. Google, bitch. I don't give a fuck. So the SEC. I'll make my screen small. Y'all can see. But yeah. All right, boom. So the SEC today was penalized someone 1.26 M's for the crypto security. This is a great implication for the NFT and crypto space. A lot of people are talking about this today, and most are missing the point. So I'm gonna break it down. So all right, look, this is the bigger picture I want y'all to understand. All right, it's Kim Kardashian. That's not. We don't care about the actual penalties. All right, she received $250K for promoting these Emacs tokens on her IG. I'm bewildered why a literal billionaire would do this. I am too. If you're already up, there's no reason you should be doing no little scam unless you're not really worth that much. Or like, you know what I'm saying? You thought it was just an easy scam, like, you know what I'm saying? But let's dissect the post. Ignore the other shit. All right. So she said, are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about the Ethereum Max token. A few minutes ago, Ethereum Max burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emacs community. Swipe up. And that was the promotion. A lot of people think that by adding one or both of these phrases, they absolve themselves of all legal concerns. Like saying you're not a financial advisor. It appears that this is not the case. This is the statement that the SEC put out. The federal security laws are clear that any celebrity or other individual who promotes a crypto asset security must disclose the nature, source, and amount of compensation they received in exchange for this promotion. So just saying that you're a financial advisor, I'm not a financial advisor, don't take advice from me, but here's all this crypto shit. Niggas can sue you for that. SEC can still come after you for doing that. These are broad implications. There's a lot of YouTube channels, there's a lot of other financial advice channels that be into crypto and be doing shit with crypto. Like, these are the implications you have, that they can still come after you because if you did not tell, like, oh, I'm promoting this NFT. Okay, well, you didn't say how much they paid you to promote it. You have to disclose all that shit. The nature, source, and amount of compensation number ad is not enough when it comes to securities. No, okay, so note the ad number ad is not enough when it comes to securities. Of course, the elephant in the room is whether these things are securities or not. That's the thing with crypto. People, yeah, is it a scam? Or are these actually securities? Is this actually an asset that will actually mean anything? We don't know yet. A lot of NFT projects straddle that line, and it's not until we see cases in court that we'll know where the line comes down. We can make some solid, educated guesses, though. Even the guy who did OpenSea, if you don't know what OpenSea is a big crypto. Is one of the, I think it's like the biggest crypto where people go to sell the NFT shit. Like one of the biggest NFT marketplaces. The guy, one of the people who run it, was caught in an SEC scandal. Was doing that too. Like they all, once you get into that, it's damn near like scamming. You in a very gray zone. Like you in a very gray, because you can do it officially. You just have to really be on top of your SEC laws. You got to be on top of your financial shit. You got to really look that up, because you can end up not understanding and then be put in a fucked up position just because you didn't understand the laws. And just because you don't know the laws don't mean the laws cannot come for that ass, nigga. All right, so that's all I want y'all to know. Just be careful out there. So moving on, legal concerns aside, I believe there's a moral obligation to disclose paid promotion. For the record, I personally have nothing against paid promotion as long as it's appropriately disclosed. There's a massive stigma against paid promotion in our space. It's largely due to the charlatan snake oil salesman shilling nonsense without disclosing it, resulting in retail investors getting dumped on. Almost none of us want that. There is such a thing as ethical paid promotion. It looks a hell of a lot like disclosing the nature, source, and amount of compensation someone receives for the promotion. I don't wake up today and think I'd be agreeing with Gary Gensler on that, but here we are. All right, so it's worth noting that the SEC is a different agency to something like the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission. They have their own requirements. They're much the same, though. This is also USA focused. So yeah, again, this is USA. I'm a USA guy, blah, blah, blah. Different countries have different laws. Also understand that. Some are more lax, some are not. So the key takeaways from the FTC's one is you do disclose any material connections you have with the brand you're endorsing. Do make your disclosures clear, unambiguous, and conspicuous. Do make disclosures directly within your endorsements. Don't mix your disclosures up with your phrases in a block of text. Don't disclose only in description, videos, podcasts, or images. Don't make consumers click more in order to view the disclosures. So you have to make it really broad and obvious. So that's the thing. So that's why all these celebrities are gonna get hung up on it because they using their weird artist language and they're not really disclosing. I was paid. Yes, this is what it was. I got a bag, and now I want you to run up a bag allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these crypto NFT shits are rug pulls. The rug pulls when you just tell everybody to buy the shit, and as soon as all the money is dumped in, you pull the rug and take all the money and dip. And that's a lot of how these NFT shits are. And if you're not in the rug pull, if you're not in on the scam, you're gonna be the one scammed. And then either you know it or you don't know it, or you make your own shit. So it's hard to tell. It's hard to know. So that was all that with that. And I want to talk about preseason, but there's just a lot I really want to cover in it, and that'll be another hour and a half. I don't really feel it right now, so I'm gonna just wrap it up with Will Smith. All right, so they got Will Smith back outside, y'all. Will Smith is back outside, y'all. Y'all thought Willie Smith was out the game. No, nigga. They can't let my man he back out here, bro. Nah, they really got him fucked up though, because now you gotta do a slave movie. You know how it is. He's doing what Kanye is doing. I'm sorry, white man. Please let me back in. Please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to slap. I didn't mean to make a stupid fool of myself. Please take me back. Please. That's what he's doing. He's begging on his knees, bro. That's why he's in a slave movie, bro. Just keep it a buck. You know why I noticed too? Because right after Jamie Foxx did Django, they was not giving him no major movie shit no more. When he was being that white dude, they was like, nah, we not gonna let it. Because now Jamie Foxx still is he's him. He's him. But I feel like, bro, I don't say they blackballed him, but they was not letting him in the big shit no more. You in the medium shit now, because we not gonna let you just be beating white folk up, bro. Because he did the opposite. He did the other shit. He did the other version of that. You know what I'm saying? They said being in the slave movie getting fucked up. He said, no, I am Django. Look, he's gonna be called emancipation, bro. They really got Will Smith doing slave movies to get back on the good side of these Hollywood exec. Hey man, that's what it is. So look, this is what he doing now, bro. Why he agreed to do this, bro? It's I feel like he already made all his money. You know what I'm saying? So what does he really gain from doing this? I don't know. The news of Will Smith doing a slave movie even crazier when you remember he turned down Django because he said he never wanted to do a slave movie. And see, this Jay Fox all comes back around. He didn't want to even do Django. I don't want to do a slave movie. Now look at you in a slave movie. This is what I'm talking about. This is what white people be making niggas do. This is what Meek Mill, he was bunny hopping in front of all these billionaire white folk. That's what they be having y'all do, bro. They be having y'all acting all like this and shit. But do they do it? Academics brought up a good point. When do they ever do shit like this? Bunny hopping and shit. Look at Kanye bunny hopping for these white folk. Meek Mill bunny hopping and shit. Now they got Will Smith doing this. Is that what it is? The only emancipation Will Smith needs is one with G.I. Jade to free my dog. Will Smith emancipation. Nah, bro. I mean, Will Smith loves her for whatever reason. He's with it. He would be in. They into whatever they got going on. He into it, bro. I'll just leave it at that. That's what I honestly believe. And with that, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Covered a lot of different topics. If you have anything in comments you want me to talk about before I leave, let me know real quick. I got a minute. I'm not saying fuck BET, but in the media space, it's basically revolt. Ain't BET because a lot of people just revolt people in there and shit like that. I'm not saying that I hate revolt. Diddy's cool, but a lot of independent media is under attack in YouTube in general. Oh yeah, and they got rid of. I think they banned Sneeko off YouTube. I think he a rep pill guy. He does other YouTube shit. I think he does the E-Day shit too. I don't know, but they ban him too, and they just be censoring people. And I'm not for censorship, and they be censoring everybody, and no one talks about it, and it's like no one talks about it until it happens to you, and it's like, what we doing here, folks? You feel me? Like at some point, it's gonna happen to you too, and then you're gonna be bitching and moaning when we all could make a stand. But again, it's too big. YouTube's too big. It's like it's half in, half out of Google. It's just a search engine at this point, so it's crazy. But yeah, the internet's an ever-evolving platform, as is media, and I want to cover that as well as music. New music on the way. I'm about to drop Trash Tunes coming to Halloween. So yeah, keep it a buck for that. If you wanna listen to any of my other music, you can check a link in the description. I got all my music and link in the description. New music from Sway Carpet coming soon at some point. But Trash Tunes is coming on Halloween. So yeah, tap in, and thank y'all for listening in. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and you've been tuned in to Tune TV. I'm trying to do it with just one hand instead of both of my hands.